What's up, YouTube? This is Herpy Derpy, and today is my 600 subscriber special. So thank you guys so much for subscribing to me, staying with me, and kind of supporting me throughout these few months. So anyways, today is a battle where I pretty much take Pokemon sets that people have requested to me and just use them all in one team all at once. It's a pretty interesting battle since a lot of these sets are really cool. I've never really tried them out before, so it's definitely a really interesting match for me. If you ever want me to use one of the sets that you have made, please feel free to leave it in as a comment and I will look into it. And the ones I like best will just be together on a team. A lot of people just like last time just requested a lot of water Pokemon, so I couldn't take too many water guys, so sorry about that, but we'll see what happens in the next subscriber special I do. So without further ado, let's take a look at the team preview to see which Pokemon got picked. So you can see that on my team I have a Choice Spec Slowbro, a Rest Talking Kingdra, a Carnivine, just because it's a Carnivine, a Scarf Metric, I think really defensive Hypno, and a Bandage Slacking. I think it's an okay team overall. It's like definitely not the best composition, but you know I think this is probably the most balanced I'm gonna get just based off the really random Pokemon that people have asked me to use. So yeah, it's a pretty standard match. So either way, let's get this battle started. So I'm going to choose start right off the bat with my Manectric, because I'm Scarfed. He's going to lead off with his Furret, and just knowing that this Furret has that, has Frisk because he sees my Choice Scarf tells me that he's most likely Choice Scarf as well with a Trick. So I'm just going to go for the Volt Switch, because I know he's probably going to switch out. He's going to choose to switch into Electros to take that Volt Switch. So I'm going to go into my Carnivine, who can definitely handle this Electros okay, or at least I thought I could, because this Electros is actually going to go for the sub, and I really didn't see that coming. I thought this Electros might not carry sub at all, but he does, so that's going to block my Sleep Powder, which is very unfortunate. But I'm just going to go for a Power Whip this turn in hopes that I can break the sub even if he goes for a Coil. But because of the amount of attack I put into this Carnivine, I am going to be able to break that sub in one hit, which is awesome. So it's looking pretty good for me. At least I can force him to start attacking me and not setting up more subs, as long as Power Whip doesn't miss. But just as much as I jinx it, Power Whip is going to miss this turn, which is really unfortunate. So things are looking good for me, because now after one more Coil, he is going to be able to have enough defense where I can't two-shot him with a Power Whip, which kind of sucks. So things are looking good, but I know that his only attacking moves are probably either Zap Cannon, Wild Charge, or like something else. So I don't think he can do much to my Carnivine. He's actually going to go for the Dragon Tail, so that's totally fine with me. He's actually going to force me out into my Manectric, which is like the best possible outcome, because I'm just going to go for the Switcheroo this turn, give him the Choice Scarf, and that's pretty much going to cripple this Electros, because now he's not going to be able to change moves. He's actually going to go for the sub this turn, not even expecting the Switcheroo, so that's pretty much going to render his Electros useless now, because he's locked in the sub. I'm going to go for the Volt Switch, expecting him to switch out, but he's not going to switch out. He's going to stay in knowing and go for the Volt Switch, which is a good play, because now he's going to scout out what Pokemon I'm going to send out, and I send out this Choice Spec Slowbro. I'm just going to go for the Psychic, which isn't my strongest move. Surf is definitely my strongest move, but he does have a Cradily on his team, and I don't want that to be giving that Cradily the Storm Drain boost, so I'm just going to go for a Psychic, which is still going to do a very nice chunk to Miltank. Now he's going to switch out into his Cradily, who's just going to sponge my Choice Spec Psychic pretty darn well. That's really impressive on Cradily. Definitely shows how much bulk Cradily can have. So I don't like the situation at all, because I'm afraid he's either going to go for Toxic or Energy Ball. So I'm going to go into my Carnivine to take either one. He's actually going to choose Energy Ball, get the crit, which is like not that big of a deal at all, to be honest. But that's totally fine. I'm just going to try to put this Carnivine to sleep, because I'm not sure, or no, I meant to put the Cradily to sleep with my Carnivine, because I don't know what this Cradily wants to do. So he's asleep, so I'm just going to switch right back out into my Slowbro and just fire off a few more Psychics, which is my game plan. So I'm just going to try to do that, but unfortunately he gets like Burst Turn Wake Up. He wakes up immediately and then goes for a Toxic, which is like, that is not good to have on Slowbro, even though I'm not that bulky. Like, Toxic is just really annoying to have, so that's not very good for me. So right now, I'm just like, you know what? I have to change my game plan. I'm just going to Toxic this thing, because I'm pretty sure this Cradily doesn't have Rest, because most Cradilies just have Recover. So I know that getting one Toxic on this Cradily will basically spell death for it. So I do get the Toxic with my Hypno. He's going to choose to set up Rocks, which is like totally fine with me. And things are looking great, because now I can eventually force this Cradily out once its HP is getting low enough with the Toxic. I really don't want anything else to be taking Energy Balls or Toxic, so I'd rather just go into my Carnivine, who's not at that much HP, so I'd rather just have this guy be taking the hits. Plus I have Leech Seed too, so it's not too bad. I'm just going to go for a Power Whip this turn because I know it'll do a lot to beat pretty much anything on his team. I almost killed this Electros, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough, and Electros is going to be able to pull off a Wild Charge, and I'm going to have to take another turn of Toxic, which is not very good. But you know what? It's okay, because Carnivine is pretty much fodder at this point because of the amount of HP I have, and I can't really switch out and switch back in because of Stealth Rock. So I'm just going to leave it in the die. He's going to go back into his fur and just go for an easy U-turn to finish me off, which is like totally fine with me because I wasn't really planning on saving Carnivine. So, oh well. Sorry, Carnivine. You definitely did a pretty good job, though, not going to lie. So, the Furret is going to go into his Golduck now, and I'm pretty sure this Golduck is not going to be Scarfed or anything like that. I'm guessing Life Orb, because he already has Scarfed the Scarf Furret, and possibly that Scarf Magmortar. So I'm going to go into my Manectric, knowing I'm faster. Going to go for the Volt Switch, which is almost going to kill off the Golduck, but now I'm kind of expecting the Water move, so I'm going to go into my Slowbro to take it, and he actually does go for the Hydro Pump, which is actually going to get sponged up by my Slowbro, who doesn't really have much investment in like special defense at all. So that's pretty awesome. So, yeah, so that Golduck is going to die to Life Orb, which is pretty sweet, because now that's another Pokemon dead for him. Now, he's going to go into Magmortar, and I'm not sure what to expect from Magmortar. I'm guessing he might go for the obvious T-Bolt, but then again, I was really afraid he might go for a Fire Blast, predicting my switch into my Manectric, because my Manectric does have the Lightning Rod ability. So I'm just going to go into Hypno, which is by far the safest play, since Hypno has a huge amount of special defense, so I know I can sponge pretty much every hit. He gets a crit and a paralysis on me, which is kind of unfortunate, but I'm just going to switch out and go into my Manectric expecting another T-Bolt, but he's not going to go for it. He's going to go into Furret, which is fine with me, because once again, I can outspeed this Furret, and I can just go for another Volt Switch, get a little bit of damage, and just see what he wants to do. But he's going to stay in, which tells me he's probably going to go for an attacking move. So I'm going to go into my Slowbro, who can kind of take attacking moves. This Furret's actually going to go for Double Edge, which does a really massive chunk to me. And since he's Scarfed, he's locked into Double Edge, I know that he's going to go for it again. So I'm going to switch out and go into my Slacking, who's going to be able to take the Double Edge. And I'm pretty sure I can make it so that he does enough damage to me where he's going to die to the Double Edge recoil. That is going to be the case. So the Furret is going to die because it kept hitting my Slacking. That's awesome. So Slacking kind of did something this match. So Magmortar is going to come back in. I don't think I can outspeed it because I'm guessing this might be Scarfed. So I'm going to go into my Kingdra, who can definitely take a Fire Blast because I quad resist it. He is going to get the burn on me, which is unfortunate, but it's not really going to matter that much since I can just rest it off and just go for Sleep Talks. Because I also do pack the Dragon Dance on this Kingdra, so God, why do I keep saying... Just never mind. My Kingdra. So I'm just going to go for Dragon Dance, and I'm just going to start getting up my attack, and I'm just going to plan to rest once my HP gets a little bit lower. So I'm at +2 right now. His Cradily really can't do anything to me except Energy Ball, except he does get a special defense drop right here, which is kind of scary. I really don't want to have more special defense drops, or else I'm not going to have enough time to go for an Outrage, because I really am afraid he's going to get one more. Because with a special defense drop, Energy Ball looks like it might be a 3 to 4 hit KO, and that might be just enough time for me where I might not be able to get off a lucky Sleep Talk. Because like right now I get the rest and it's like, oh god, this is not looking good for me. So I'm really hoping I get either the Outrage or the Dragon Dance this turn, because that would be very beneficial. So I do get the Dragon Dance, which is kind of nice. So that is going to leave me at +3 attack, +3 speed, and that's going to allow me to pretty much decimate the rest of his team, because he really doesn't have anything else. He's actually going to make a smart play and go switch out into his Magmortar, expecting the Outrage to try to get the Flame Body burn on me, but it does not work out for him, and I'm not going to get it, which is awesome. So that is pretty much going to be the game, because I'm locked in Outrage. I can pretty much just Outrage the rest of his team to death. So that that's pretty much wraps it up. So at least I got to like show every single one of my Pokemon that I use. I didn't really get to use Slacking, unfortunately, so that's a bit sad. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed this subscriber special. Once again, thank you guys so much for subscribing to me. And if you have any other movesets you want me to try out, please leave it down below, and I'll look into it. So see you guys later.